It's the Rundown. It's brought to you by Trade Zero. Trade Zero is back. Trade Zero is the trading platform for the real deal trader. None of these fucking fake fugazi guys who think all of a sudden they're Warren Buffett. We're talking about real traders with real money who will use the best platform out there that have free trading, commission-free trading. They got free web trading. They got a free mobile experience. They got an active trading community, 24/7 customer service. They got multi-platform access. They've got trading from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. They've got great pricing options. They've got a robust inventory for shorting. They've got conditional and range orders. You can locate sellbacks, and you get a referral bonus for anybody you help join. Right now, when you go to tradezero.us/rundown, you'll get the free Trade Zero Pro platform. So that's a 3-month value for 3 months. It's a $177 value plus $20. It's a $20 pizza credit when you fund your first account. You can check out tradezero.us/rundown to take advantage of everything Trade Zero has to offer. So start making your money today. What are you just laughing about?
I don't know, Jeff. He's staring at me.
It's not a bad smell, but you smell like Cadbury eggs.
What?
I smell like Cadbury eggs.
I smell. It's like you got Cadbury eggs in your pocket.
What
I don't
the
think
fuck
you
does
do.
it even mean? Is that a good thing?
It's not a bad thing.
I don't know what the Cadbury eggs smell like. You have like a smell. You know, everyone has like their clothes has a smell, not like a bad smell, but you just have like a smell.
It's a good smell. I mean, like
I'm
people
blushing right now.
People love Cadbury
You're telling the
eggs.
world
You
that
are.
I potentially smell bad.
You're
No,
the
that's a
same
good.
color as your shirt
That's a
right
good
now.
smell.
What?
You're the same color as
I
your
know.
shirt.
This is embarrassing
It's
stuff.
not a
People are
bad.
gonna see
I'm
this.
not saying it's a
I
bad
think we
smell.
need like Eau de Glenny.
I'm confirming
I think we need
good
a cologne
smell.
that smells like Glenny.
People love Cadbury eggs. That's fine.
Would you put
I don't know if you
Cadbury?
want to smell like a Cadbury egg.
Chocolate's good though. Like,
If somebody told me I smell like chocolate, I would think I would
My heart's
be like,
racing right now because you're saying.
no,
this.
you smell fine. I
got the sweaty palms.
I thought you
in your
might.
hands right now, yeah.
freaking out.
I thought
right
you
now.
might have been eating a Cadbury egg.
Would
for a
you
second.
possibly say that Cadbury egg smells in the category with something like Play-Doh?
Ooh, you want to smell like Play-Doh?
Oh,
I
that'd be awesome.
fucking love to
If
smell
I
like
could,
Play-Doh.
you know what they've done recently? New Play-Doh, trash. Doesn't have the smell because I think kids keep eating. Yeah, because once I started playing with Play-Doh again, when my kids got of age, the first thing I did was take a bite, and it does not taste the same.
No.
That's a good smell, man.
It's a great smell.
That and the
Top
tennis
5
balls.
smell in the world. Do your best smells right now.
Tennis balls when you open the pack.
Yep.
What do you say?
Play-Doh.
I'm gonna take one of
Play-Doh.
those as well.
Now Cadbury
Play-Doh.
eggs.
I will add Home Depot wood section.
The wood
to
is
that.
good. I like a new car smells great. Coffee smells great.
The increase.
New sneakers smell great. That's very similar to a new
This is
car.
gonna sound dumb as well. I made it yesterday at Super Bowl. I picked up some crab meat stuffed mushrooms and I cooked them up in the oven. Crab meat smells very good.
Sure, but you know what? I
Crab
feel like
meat
when you
smells
pick
great.
like food, there's a lot of food that smells
Yeah,
good. They're supposed to smell good.
I will.
It's got to be like objects and things that smell good.
The type of smell, the gradually increasing smell of an auntie or Auntie Anne's in a mall. Is
Oh,
also,
that's
that is food. That is food though.
Now, a very polarizing one that I am very heavily pro.
Gas.
Well, no, that's not polarizing. Everybody loves smell of gas, right?
Gas does rule.
Subway.
Oh
Yes.
my God, Subway
It's
smells so
the
good.
most
The best, right?
I
So
think
good.
it's
Some
the-
people hate it.
I used to go to Subway every day when I was in 8th grade. Like I had like a crew.
Yeah.
We were called
You
the
go
Sub-
quite often
Subway
still.
We called each other SCOA. We were the Subway Crew of America. We went all the time. And the
SCOA.
smell was so fucking
C-
good.
I actually
C or
want
an
to go.
A?
You think if
C
I
or a
could,
K?
See.
Okay.
You think if I went to Subway, I could just buy their rolls?
Yeah, I think you can.
Like I just want to get like half a dozen like of their like I'll call it baguettes. And
I
I'll
almost
just have, you know?
I'm sure that's what they call them.
Yeah. Like I would love to just like raw dog one of those.
I-
Like, I don't even need the rest of the. I don't need the sandwich. I just want to
actually
eat the
kind
bread.
of feel like they would tell you no.
Yeah, I think so
Subway
too.
feels like a place that'd be like, no.
No, we don't do that.
we should try
Yeah.
it.
No,
I just
so
want
like,
the bread. I don't care if they put yoga mats in it.
I
You ever
don't-
see the mats that they cook them in? I feel like that's like.
Oh, yeah.
I think the bread is like made out of those
the
mats.
bread mats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate I don't have one take one way or the other, but it is the most distinct.
Sure.
It's the most distinct
Like and that's bizarre because it is technically just a sandwich shop. But the
Technically.
way they cook that bread,
It's-
something's going on.
Damn,
It's
that's
delicious.
phenomenal.
Can
So
I join
this-
SCOA?
Yeah.
I would love
You
that.
go. You
The books
still
are
go.
open. They've been closed for a while, but the books are open.
I think we should.
still go
I think we
occasionally, yeah.
should bottle all these things. Like if you could just spritz that, smell like Subway.
You give me like some Gucci or Subway, I'm taking Subway.
Honestly, how have they not done that as like a ad campaign right now? Even if it's
Blockbuster has
fake.
smell too. Blockbuster has a
Yeah.
pretty good smell.
Well, that's
But
got
that
a lot
one
of
it's tough to
popcorn and
remember these
shit.
days.
I wasn't
Yeah.
old enough to remember that.
Really? You didn't go to like rent movies?
No, my dad used to be like,
You're not like 10.
Oh, I remember that. We're the same age, Glenn. You don't remember Blockbuster?
I mean, I've been there. I just don't
You're
remember the smell.
You're mid-20s. Okay.
My dad used to go be my pimp for like Blockbuster movies. I
Fuck
don't know if
does
this
that
is,
mean?
I don't know if this is bad or not, but he was
What
pretty
the
good
fuck
dad. When I
does
was
that
like
mean?
13, he would get me like unrated like American Pie movies.
The most normal thing we've said so far is that he smells like Cadbury eggs. I just want to point that out.
I guess let's go back to the Super Bowl.
All right.
Congrats to Stephen
I
J.
mean, you know, Brady wins, and that's just what he fucking
I didn't
does.
find myself rooting against him last night.
For the first time ever, I was not horrifically appalled. The thing about Brady is I don't hate him, and as I've gotten to learn more about him, I actually like him. What I hate is his fans, and I hate, obviously, Patriots fans
They're
just like flip-flopping and becoming a Bucks fan.
There's one of them behind the whiteboard.
Yeah, but he acknowledges how it's ridiculous.
But
so
see,
whatever,
I
I
don't even
can't
like-
continue to just have the same argument with him. But the rest of these people who think that it's okay, it drives me fucking bananas. So I hate them, but he is awesome. He's just so fucking like the way he does everything.
I think they're weirdos.
Yeah,
I
well,
think-
no, it's
Wait,
just
you
like,
It's the fights in general, not a weirdo.
Oh,
the Brady
disagree
thing.
there.
The Brady thing is well, that's because I'm a weirdo.
Why
too,
would
so
you think
that's-
that's weird?
But I
That's
think
so
the
dumb.
Patriots thing is just weird.
I mean,
like the Patriots, like Brady, like I don't know.
it's just not the rules of sports. Like, I try to have this argument, but I sound stupid because all of this is made up. We're talking about your fictional allegiance to a team running a ball around a
Yeah,
field. It's all dumb.
it's dumb
But
as
there
hell.
are just certain rules of engagement that we have about arguing sports and debating sports and busting balls and who wins and who loses and who's on top and who's on the bottom. And if you just like change teams and move the goalposts or switch your allegiance, like, well then why the fuck did we spend the last 10 years arguing about your dynasty when you're just gonna move on to the next one?
wait, so you guys are mad? Sorry,
20
let's go.
20 years, not 10
You
years.
guys are mad that like Fights was rooting for the Bucks yesterday?
I'm mad that they are. It feels like they are rooting for the Bucks, the exact same way they would root for the Pats. I have no problem with them being like, I want to see him win, but it feels like they're celebrating this as like another championship.
Okay, see, I don't know. I've never had an experience of something like this.
Nobody has.
Mine was going to be, well, not comparing the two, because I know you guys are going to make fun
Are
of
you
me
gonna
because they
say
never
Lundqvist?
fucking won, but I was going to say
You're
Henrik
gonna say Lundqvist.
I was fully prepared to have a second hockey team when he picked a new team. Obviously not the Capitals in division, but when there were rumors of him going to like the Avalanche, I was
Okay.
very prepared to be an Avalanche.
And if they had won, would it be like the exact same feeling for you?
Of course, not the exact same.
That's what I mean, though. It feels like it is
But
to them.
I think with the
I
Boston, actually, I
can't
think when Ray
relate.
Bork won his Stanley Cup with the
Yeah,
Avalanche,
they
he brought
fucking
it back
threw
to
the
Boston.
parade.
I
Yeah,
can't relate as
kinda
much
like that.
because, like, obviously, the closest for me would be LeBron, but he left in
So-
a very negative way.
Right.
Where Brady was, they
But
just didn't bring him back.
Are there fans of LeBron who are now like, I'm a Lakers fan? I don't think so.
Oh,
I think there are LeBron
No, there are
fans, but
LeBron
I don't.
fans.
Yeah, but I don't think that it's like if you were a diehard Cavs fan. I don't think you jumped ship. And I know it is different because it's like a little bit, like you said, contentious. But I don't think there are people who just like shifted to Miami, and then Miami fans who just shifted to LA. I just don't think that.
there's
it goes
obviously
that way for
LeBron
anybody.
fans who do that, but like someone who was a Cavs fan before he got drafted didn't become a Heat fan. Is what I'm saying. Yes.
I mean, I go back and forth between like I think a lot of it is it was so long and they owe him so much and all that. A lot of it too is that they just don't want to be the losers. They don't want to be
happy for him.
Yes,
that
but I
totally
also
get.
don't think they can just like take an L. I don't think they can just be like, our team stinks now. He's on another team and winning, and we have to deal with that. They're just like, well, I'm gonna be happy about that too.
Like, but it's even like the reason I say his is weird is because like I watched fights kind of like celebrate, and I was like, I can accept it easily, but there's a version of it where I don't hate it. Like I'm not like it doesn't ruin my day, but I'm like I pointed like that's denial. We posted something on Instagram. We did the Squidward meme looking out at Patrick. The comments of that was denial.
What was that?
There was just it's just Patriots fans that are very clearly like, no, this is awesome. We fucking love this. Like, all right, that I couldn't buy into because that seemed like that was more of like
because I said to him today, it's like if he plays for like 5 more years, wins a couple more, and it's with guys like Gronk and Antonio Brown and all these people that like just could have been in New England, but you guys had like your pissing contest and drove them away. You should be mad about that.
Well, some
you
are,
should
like
just
Gaz
love
is.
that.
Dave said he was
I
sad.
said Gaz
Even
is
Dave
the
today
only
was
like rational Patriots fan
Dave
out there,
said he
which
was
is
just
scary.
sad. He was just like, he's like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, I think that's more normal than just being like, I love the Bucks winning.
I don't think that's going to happen though, because theoretically, let's call a spade a spade. Brady didn't win the game yesterday. I mean, the
It was pretty
defense
fun.
won
He
the
was
game.
pretty good though.
The defense won the game.
He was pretty good.
I mean,
I was very
his
angry
like
because
passer rating in the first half was like 155.
It was fake. Like
Yeah,
I'm
at one
gonna
point
get yelled at
he had
this.
3 touchdowns and four incompletions. You know, he was like 16 to 20 for like 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
In the last touchdown before the half, they got to the 1 yard line without completing a pass.
He was pretty damn good though.
He was that annoying me because I'm not gonna lie, bet the Chiefs a little bit, but he threw a pick, got called back, they instantly scored, and then the touchdown before half, they got to the one without throwing a pass.
That's the thing. The thing about
pretty
Tom
good.
Brady too, though, I do believe it goes beyond the box score at this point, where it's like the opposing team does weird shit because they're lining up against him, and you. Yeah, your timeouts are weird. Like
that last drive was
calling those timeouts to give him more time is almost as bad as when the Packers, kicked and said we'll give the ball back to Brady.
The funniest, like Brady's defense, it's because of Brady's defense take that I laughed out loud at this morning on my way to work. Coley dunked on White Sox Dave because he's like
White Sox Dave is
like
just desperately trying to continue this fight.
It's the defense. It's the defense. He goes, Mitch will win a Super Bowl with it, and Coley's like, yeah, it's definitely been the Bears' defense holding back Mitch Trubisky.
What?
That's been the problem.
Dave is where I was at in like 2014, where it's like I'm just trying desperately to still fight this fight, and I can't. Eventually, you just have to acknowledge what's going on.
I like the Rams game. Like Brady wasn't like last night. He was. I know he had the pick comeback. He was fairly fucking lights out last night.
He also
there was a
just
moment
does
you're
what
like, he ain't losing this game.
It's like, is it 500 yards and 5 touchdowns? No, but it's just like, I'm just gonna win you this fucking game.
I don't know. I mean, they left 9 points.
So you think
the Chiefs scored 9 points?
Yeah, but I also think if the Chiefs were scoring, I think
the Bucs
kind of slowed the game
down. That game?
No. I mean, what you guys are saying
Brady
is
was
right. Of
pretty
course,
fucking
Brady
good
won the
last
game
night.
because that's how he was. They got the lead and it was done. Game over. But
and see, that's why I found myself not even really against them.
I also think you can play defensively a certain way when it's like we know that when we got the ball back, like XYZ is going to happen.
Definitely took the air out of the ball too.
Yeah.
Like if Brady needed to have a shootout like he did against the Eagles,
he
could have had that last night.
Yeah.
I wish it happened.
I also saw an absurd. I know people were complaining about
this
the refs.
is crazy though, Glenny. You're crazy.
People are complaining
This
about
is like when people say like LeBron didn't win it, like AD won it, or Kyrie won it. It's like, but the guy,
the Kansas City Chiefs didn't score a touchdown last night.
And I'm not, but I'm saying, like, and sure, and that's
But
why
Brady
people are
also
like
won
Todd
that
Bowles should
game.
be the MVP. I
He
get it.
literally should have been given the MVP to Todd
But-
Bowles. Literally, if you could give a coach the MVP, Todd Bowles.
Brady dealing and having a great offensive game puts the pressure on
But
the
that's what I
Chiefs
mean.
to have to be
It's
more
all
one-dimensional.
related, man. It's
But
all.
my thing that annoys me is there's possibly an alternate reality where that pick stands.
Happens, yeah.
The Chiefs go right down, and it's a full-blown shootout, and the Chiefs win by 2 touchdowns.
Related to that refs thing, though, I saw a comment yesterday that actually made me really angry.
Brandon was beating the refs drum a lot.
Someone tweeted, they're like, this is what the Chiefs do. They hold and they grab and tug all year. Couldn't call that against the Bills and Browns, but now you have to. I'm like, the fuck does that
Yeah,
mean?
I mean that's stupid.
Like,
That's fucking.
Well, why were we calling that? Where was these 2 weeks
that is
ago?
some stupid like sports thing I have going in my head now, where I talk about things that are happening in alternate reality.
Did you
where
like
it
just
doesn't
watch
happen.
Spider-Verse and you're like, wow,
No,
there's more
but
than one
that's
reality?
like something
So
I do
there's
say.
another world where like Lundqvist has cups and
Yes,
Mahomes
there's
came
another
back
world
and-
where everything happens. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, and it's crazy.
That's
to think
where I
about.
want to live.
It's
Because
crazy to think
my
about.
real reality in sports
It's-
is a living nightmare.
There's another world where Carlos Beltran didn't strike out,
Yes,
and the
yeah,
Mets won the World
absolutely.
Series. Like,
Browns
that's
never
the thing.
moved.
Right, where they didn't
No
like
rain
collapse.
delay,
And
Indians beat
and
the
you know
Cubs.
what? That's why I'm like, fuck you, Stephen Che. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like he's here for like 45 seconds, gets to be known as the Bucks guy. All of a sudden, Tom Brady picks him, and now he has a championship. Like, I mean, just fuck that. That's a reality I don't want to live in.
I don't know. I rooted for Stephen Che last night.
Fuck that. I
He
mean,
was-
it's like rooting
he
against
got a
Tommy and
lot of-
Survivor. I don't want to root for anyone. Until I get mine, I don't want you getting yours.
He had his moments in the act today, but people were like, he's going to be a monster. He was very gracious with accepting his victory.
What a world.
Looked good with the TB12 diet.
He did, yeah.
Lost 12.9 pounds.
He had a beer last night, and he had cheese this morning, so he's off that diet.
He had a whole beer last night.
A whole beer.
Nice.
A whole 12 ounces. Second half of the rundown brought to you by Native, aluminum-free deodorant. I said this before in the rundown. I don't even read that ad because I used to sweat so much, and I would have like the heavy-duty shit that's like going to give you cancer with all like the diseases in it. And I was like, I have to use that. There's no way that the natural stuff is going to work for me, so it is what it is. And then I tried Native, and it just worked. I was like, oh wow, I don't need to be putting like aluminum and carcinogens and all this shit in my body because this one just works. And they got like eucalyptus, charcoal, cucumber. They got all these, maybe Cadbury next, maybe a little Subway scent.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe Cadbury
Native,
Ball.
do that. Get me some Subway scented deodorant, and I'll rub that all over my
Normal
body.
name.
I might
too.
get Subway for dinner tonight now.
What do you get from Subway? I'll talk about it in a second. It's vegan. It's not tested on animals. It's safe. It's clean. It's nice. They've got the coconut, the vanilla, the citrus, the herbal musk, the lavender and rose. Over 16,000 five-star reviews. One of them's mine. it works. It just fucking works. So it's like you can either have the one that's bad for you or the one that's good for you, and that one works, so just go with the Native. Get it delivered right to your door when you go to Native, DEO, like deodorant, DEO, nativedeo.com/rundown. Promo code rundown at checkout. Get 20% off your first order. Get all the different scents, get all the different smells, and make sure you don't sweat. nativedeo.com/rundown. Code rundown. What do you get with your order at Subway?
I have a very weird particular Subway order.
That's 0% surprising.
It's turkey,
Yes.
ham,
Ooh.
roast beef,
Ooh.
and then
So that's like the cold cut trio. That they
yeah,
usually do.
and then
Okay.
we'll do a little mozzarella cheese, the shredded
The
mozzarella.
shredded.
Then if I'm
That seems like sacrilege for an Italian like you.
I just like the cheese.
Yeah.
I like cheese, you know. Like I could go get a real deli sandwich anywhere. When I'm
For
in
sure.
Subway mode, I'm in Subway
For
mode.
sure, I get you.
Maybe I'll throw some bacon on there. I don't need the bacon.
Ooh,
I don't
you ain't
need
driving
the bacon.
king? Just
I
go
don't need
ahead.
the bacon. But then when we go down there, a little bit of shredded lettuce, onions, green peppers, jalapenos, Chipotle Southwest
The
sauce.
Chipotle Southwest
It's
is
so
the greatest
fucking good.
sauce on the fucking
I'm
planet.
just happy that other people know that at Subway, because that thing is up there with the best sauces. There's some good
Ever.
sauces out there. That's
I
Chipotle
think that
Southwest.
started.
Fucking bangs.
I think that started as like a limited time only, and then they just kept
It's
it forever.
so good.
I get turkey, double bacon, double cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayo, Chipotle.
Ooh, you get mayo and Chipotle.
Yes.
I'm simple.
That's pimp.
Chicken club, simple.
See, a lot of people I know
I like their
get
chicken.
A lot of people I know get chicken from Subway. I've never really.
I like their
been
grilled
a
chicken. I
I
have
don't
my
do
whole
like
life.
I don't do like the chicken, the meatballs, the steak, or the tuna. I don't do that. I like the
Somebody
cold cut.
actually.
I fucking
Zod-
love
Honestly, it's all about the
Wait,
accoutrement.
Don't even talk about Zod. I don't even want to
Zod
talk
does a
about this.
crazy one.
I went to Subway with him one time
He
and
does
I almost fell on the floor.
meatball with like one of the weirder.
He gets teriyaki sauce for
Oh
meatball.
no.
Yes, he gets like
I was
it's like
gonna say, what,
meatball
does
and
he like oil and
teriyaki.
vinegar?
It's meatball and teriyaki.
But like the meatball with the red
Actually,
sauce.
I gotta get my
That's
phone. I gotta
catastrophic.
figure out what it is.
That is disgusting.
It's crazy.
that you can't
I went
do.
one day with him. I had to walk out. Almost.
Yeah, I do the Italian BMT a lot. I get the
Okay.
sweet peppers loaded up with oil and vinegar, lettuce, tomato.
Can I just say, like, I don't want to sound sacrilegious like you were just saying, but a lot of these quick sandwich places that are chains, they make great Italian sandwiches.
Dude, they just do. And I
They
know
do.
people don't want to say it because, I don't know, they think that it has to be from like a mom and pop.
They're all good.
But they're just good.
I went to a mom and pop place in Brooklyn last week, the Fonties. It was
yeah.
so fucking good. I
Oh,
went
yeah.
for the first time.
They used to have one in Manhattan on
Orgasmic.
3rd Avenue. What did you
Orgasmic.
get? Did you get the, there's like the DeFonte sandwich.
I got the one that Guy
thing.
Fieri got on.
Did it have like the eggplant
What
on
do you
top?
laugh at?
Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, it was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and I got the one that Guy had. It was roast beef, fresh mozzarella, eggplant.
Yes, that's like, I think it's called like the DeFonte's or whatever. It's absolutely fucking stellar.
It was so
You know
good.
what is crazy? There's not many good delis in Manhattan. You go
I
to like
agree.
Jersey,
I tell that to people
they're
all the
amazing.
time.
No,
You-
agree. It's a
Here, it's like you gotta go to like
huge
Lenny's.
misconception.
Like
you
when
know?
Ben Mintz's
Huge
like
Well, you can
misconception.
do like the Jewish delis, where you do like the Katz
only, like,
delis with the
6 of them.
pastrami and stuff. But if you want an Italian deli,
No,
Big
There's
misconception.
none.
there's no delis. It's all these like fake markets.
yeah.
I asked Za, I said, what is your Subway order? And he said, are you ready? I don't think you are. And he's typing. It's a wacky one. He said it on radio before, and he gets roasted for it.
I mean,
it's a weird scene
that's
because it's not like it's just fried
That's impure.
meatballs. It's not like it's just fried meatballs. It's the meatballs with the red sauce, and then you're putting that with teriyaki.
Meatball on flatbread, sweet onion sauce, sweet peppers, and cheddar cheese.
I mean, that's a catastrophe.
And
That
just
is
on that,
Glenn's gonna puke.
Yo,
I
they
almost
should-
want-
flatbread,
Like, that should be a lower in the
meatballs,
bar.
sweet onion sauce,
That's
sweet
Vince should
peppers,
get
and
to
cheddar
Zod,
cheese.
and everyone has to eat it.
Sticking of cheddar cheese with meatballs
and sweet peppers?
and sweet peppers and sweet
Teriyaki?
teriyaki sauce.
You're despicable, Zod.
On the flatbread too, just like the
How do
presentation
you
of
go
that
to
has
Subway
to
and
be.
not get the bread that we just talked about? How good it is.
Through my shoulder.
Did you just pull a Canseco?
through his shoulder.
Did you
out.
just pull a Canseco?
No.
We'll get to the weekend in
I
a
love
second, but we
their
might as well
bread
talk
being like
about
loaves
it.
of sugar is the best thing.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's not
I
even
love
real
that.
bread.
No, it's not
Just
at all.
shit.
It's incredible. What happened, Glenn? You pull muscle?
I like lifted my body up to get my leg onto my other leg, and I don't know.
Did you just-
I'm good.
Did you just tear a rotator cuff on the rundown?
I'm good. I'm good. No, this happens.
This is like a KFC thing. You have to get surgery from the rundown.
He
It's fine, it's
dislocated
fine,
his
it's fine.
shoulder doing the rundown.
I don't think you are, Glenn. You're
I'm
right.
good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm
You
golden.
want me to give you a little massage?
No, I'm golden. You know, my neck has been hurting. I do kind of want to get a massage.
You know what?
I've never gotten like a massage.
You used to go get the
Stop.
new room
No,
massage.
I
in
retired. I retired.
fucking- You used to do that in Montreal all the
here, up
time.
here, up here.
Oh, yeah,
Do it like a-
you
do it
gotta
like
get
a-
in
that-
there.
okay, that
Yeah,
feels good,
Right
that feels
there,
good.
right there, right? Yeah.
I'm a little ticklish.
You
I'm
gotta
sorry.
hit that pressure point, Glenn. Don't do it again.
Sorry, I got to get in my zone.
Goodness. So, Glenny tore his shoulder. So did Jose Canseco. That fucking rat bastard, man. You know what's crazy? He just needed like rounds in Rough N Rowdy are 60 seconds. So it's not like we needed him to go like 12 rounds. Like if he just lasted 20 more seconds and waited to actually get hit once and stayed down, then honestly, all of it's scummy. You should just fight. But if Billy caught him on the jaw and he just stayed down, what are you gonna do?
Something was up too, because I was talking to Caleb, and Caleb was there in Vegas with him doing that interview.
Yeah.
And I think they sent Rudy out there. He dodged Rudy for like 5 days trying to record him like sparring and shit. So he knew something was fishy over there.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Dave called him out right away for it, and then talked to how much he made.
$1
and
million for fucking like 5 seconds of work.
People are like, whatever, give him credit, he got the bag. I don't get, like, if he's gonna be a showman and just try to rip people off and get the bag, at least last like 10 more seconds.
But that's what I mean. Like you can do that in a way.
Did he even grab the right shoulder?
He pushed himself up afterwards, being like, my shoulder hurts, and then he pushed himself off the mat. If he got back up after that scuffle, and Billy punched him in the head once with big, like, 16-ounce gloves or whatever, so you're not gonna like die, and you stay down,
Billy expended all of his energy too, jumping up after that too. You see Big Cat's like, stop, you gotta calm down just in case he's not out.
In the post-game fight when Billy was like, yeah, my trainer told me I knocked him out, so I knocked, and it was just like, no.
There was a great knockout.
Whatever, money's money.
There was an awesome knockout.
Shizat.
Like 2 or 3 fights before that.
Shizat the Rizat when he knocked out IE ass.
He does Instagram lives with like 4 people, and I'm one of them.
Well, Shizat is gone. Oh! Good night. An absolutely devastating right hand, and that's it. Shizat the Rizat.
I mean, that was one of the most spectacular fighting things I've ever seen.
Only
in my
Rough
life.
N Rowdy.
And that's why, like, anybody who's complaining, like, first of all, the rest of the show, like, Shizat alone was worth the money. I also think you're not tuning into Rough N Rowdy for technical fighting. You're tuning in for drama and storylines and reactions and the news.
Before the fight, Jose Canseco refused to talk to Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank, do you have any idea why that is?
Because I live rent-free in his head. See, he's a pathetic loser.
So, like, there's now this whole storyline. Jose Canseco played Barstool. He ripped us off. He did, like, you're a part of all of that when you pay fucking $19
And it
for
really
whatever.
fucking annoyed me too, the way he was talking to Caleb afterwards. He was just like giving one-word answers. Like, just fucking respond. Like,
scumbag.
Come on.
I thought there was a chance he would kind of mail it in, but his pre-fight his pre-fight antics were good, and so like I didn't think he'd be that was pathetic.
Well, you know what's crazy?
At least put on a bit of a show.
What you can't knock, I mean, he sold a fuck ton of pay-per-views. Like,
he did.
He promoted it. Like, we did the back and forth. I put up a 1 Minute Man video. He's commenting on it. He's responding to the Tank videos. He did everything else. So I actually, in hindsight, like we said, it was going to be like a duh moment. We were like, either the big juice head roid rage freak is going to win, or like, the 21-year-old kid's going to beat the shit out of the old man. And then there was the third duh, like he was going to scam us because he's a piece of shit.
That's why, like,
but for him to take everything else seriously and
that's
then
what doesn't
not,
make any sense. Like, he comments on stuff. He played the part. Like, I was surprised
and all
he
you
went
need to do
down
is play
as
for
quick as he
20
did.
seconds more.
I guess, like, if you ever like tried to like fake something like that, or try to get out something quickly, like, I guess maybe in the pressure of the moment, he's like, shit, I probably did it too early.
Yeah.
Not to give him credit, but like, it just surprised
Also,
that
I
he
mean,
was so
you
serious.
get like bum rush like that, and it's a mess. Maybe he thought like it looked worse. Like when you watch it back, nobody lands a single punch. You didn't fall on your shoulder at all. Like maybe he thought, okay, that looked bad enough.
He was fighting real tight. Billy, if he had actually fought for a little longer, Billy would have.
I think he would beat the shit out. There was a moment, I think Dave called it out too, when he got in the ring. He just like Jose was just like shadow boxing. He threw like a quick jab, and I was like. And it was like, and I was like, oh boy.
But he was so tight, and like you could just tell that if he kept fighting.
It's almost like he's been doing steroids for 40 years, and his body is ravaged with,
Yeah, I mean, even in the post-fight interview with Billy, Roman had his hand on him. He was like, you aren't even sweating.
Yeah,
it was just crazy.
I mean, that's got to be one of the best case scenarios ever for Billy.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened to me.
Just
totally untouched, and I get my payday.
Where's he now? Is he out par? Is he like in somewhere tropical? It seems. He's buying a lizard. I don't know where.
Florida, right? He bought like a snake.
Yeah, so he's buying a lizard today. I was like,
he's gonna have like a zoo by the end of the fucking 50K down the drain.
He said he's buying an exotic
animals.
lizard.
But so now if you're upset by it, I get whatever. You have anybody who thinks like Barstool wanted this or like scripted this is fucking insane. We got played by a fucking scumbag. Next time there's a person of his ilk, we'll make sure. It's hard to put in a clause like you have to last a certain amount of rounds or whatever, but you at least got to have some good faith effort.
I think Dave did
Passive
tweet
physical?
about it
Yeah.
too. He said morality clause or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean $1 million. So if you're a big name and you think you can move pay-per-views, you can make $1 million too. So sign up.
Just stay in the ring for fucking
Right,
60
more
seconds.
than 10 seconds. The rest of the entertainment this weekend, you also had the Weeknd for the halftime show. Very polarizing. I had not seen something like a 50-50 split like this in pop culture to this
'Cause I liked
extent
it.
in a while. I thought it was
Not
terrible.
one of my favorites. I liked it. I
I
like
thought
his
it
music.
was so forgettable. Like I don't think anyone's going to be talking about it other than like the fact that it was polarizing. It felt like
That's
a
not
music
thing
video
anymore.
to me.
Memorable halftime shows. That ain't a thing anymore.
Yeah, I
I'm
kind of
sorry.
agree with that.
I don't like since Prince like I wrote a blog yesterday. I thought Springsteen was the most underrated one because like people say it's good, but they never put it on their list. It's all very like I know like I heard people talking about earlier like Fran said it's like the Grammys. They're all like the Grammys in my opinion. This one made it look more because he was really in a stage, but it's all so like robotic and choreographed now. Like I did like last night, but it
also
has no personality.
He as a entertainer, I feel like you either have to be like a rock band who plays an instrument, you have a guitar solo, you have a drum solo, you have a big voice, or you can like dance like fucking like a Britney Spears or somebody would get up there, or like Chris Brown or Usher who has like dance moves. He's neither. He's none of that. So there were times where he was just kind of standing there like in a weird goofy suit with his weird goofy face now, just kind of singing like an R&B song, and I was just like, it's fine, but this does not feel like a Super Bowl level event.
Production value, I thought it was really cool, but it's again, you're not gonna get Prince in the rain, you know, with the guitar solo. You're not gonna get Springsteen pointing to the camera.
That's still gonna be the bar, and I don't.
Because like what memorable from the like think about ones from the last like what 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, like the Travis
Some
Scott
of them
one was terrible.
Awful.
I feel
Maroon
like Lady
5
Gaga
stunk.
jumping off the roof was like a moment for a second. I think
But even then,
people
like
that.
those moments, it's like none of those were like music moments. Like
Right.
Shakira last year that wasn't a music.
Shakira
moment.
was
Yeah,
pretty
but
fire,
I was gonna
bro.
say Shakira and J-Lo shaking their ass is gonna be a big
That
deal.
was pretty fire.
Yeah.
I get what
People
you're
like
saying,
that.
but what I'm just saying, like in terms of the music, like the memorable shit like that, like that's why Prince is always done because there just hasn't been much since then that
Who
lives up
would
to
you
like
wanna
that
see?
music performance.
Has Billy ever done the Super Bowl?
No, they haven't.
kinda
offered
weird,
it.
no?
Would
I don't
love
know.
to see
But
Billy
he's
Joel
just like
do
one
it.
person too. I know Springsteen did it. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
I would-
Billy now is like he can't do it. I mean, he would just sit at the piano.
If I had my pick of the crop, it would be Billy Joel, Hootie and the Blowfish, and Nickelback, which would be a
Wow.
fucking sick halftime show.
What about
you
like
ask
if
me.
like Foo Fighters did it? That's kind of like the last bastion of rock.
That would be
you know
pretty.
what
That
I
would
mean?
be pretty cool. I would be very into Foo Fighters. I mean, I was recently watching. There was one.
Oh,
when
like
the
I feel
Panthers
like if
Patriots.
Jay-Z did it, you put on
Diddy
a fucking
did it.
show.
Kid Rock
Panthers-
did it. It was fire.
You're talking about you're the first. He's the first person ever to talk about that Super Bowl halftime show, and not mention the wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, the Janet
No one's
Jackson.
ever talked about that halftime show
I was-
other
I was,
than the moment.
Yeah.
I was,
That was a fire
remember.
halftime show. No one
I
remembers.
was like,
didn't
I was
even know
like,
that- I didn't even know the
years
rest of it
old
happened.
during that. That was
Yeah.
pretty. That was a pretty big deal for an 8-year-old. I'll tell you that much.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean that's a great one. Kid Rock and Diddy. It's fantastic.
I don't need. But at this
Dude,
point
I
too, like
I was just saying, I want when Vegas has it, I want Britney to be set free and have Britney Spears do it. Britney's homecoming. Britney's
I mean, you're gonna
freedom
get
party is at the Las
Imagine
Vegas
Dragons
Super Bowl.
will do one, I'm sure.
The
but-
Imagine Dragons are not big enough. Is that an Imagine Dragons joke?
No,
Is
Imagine
that a
Dragons
Jeff D joke?
absolutely will do it.
No shot. He's kidding, right?
I'm on Glenny's side here.
What?
They are a Super Bowl type performer.
No, they're like
They
they're
don't
like
have, like,
performing
that
outside
enough.
the stadium before the game. They're not this halftime. show.
I completely disagree. I'm not saying that'd be my pick, but they're
many
absolutely up there with
records
some
have they
touchdowns
sold?
like the
like
guest.
Tom Petty and like Bruce Springsteen does the halftime show, not the fucking Imagine Dragons.
I think, by the way, next year I think we'll be like an old, like white rock band because like they just got to keep going back and forth. It
Are you
might be
kidding?
Imagine Dragons.
How is that like
They
a
have
crazy?
sold 35 million RAA certified singles in the U.S. and 20 million albums worldwide.
They're like
Imagine
iconic
Dragons.
acts. The halftime show. The Imagine Dragons play
Travis
like
Scott
Belmont
had
Stakes.
one song came on stage as a
great.
guest.
Yeah, Travis Scott really lowered the bar. When Travis Scott did that, it was really.
Jeff D.
But also,
Maroon
Travis-
5 is like
The Imagine Dragons are not going to be the halftime show. I'll tell you that.
that is not a
Glenny's
crazy.
having
I'm
like a
sorry.
meltdown.
Maybe they could be the
Not a
halftime
crazy
show of
take.
like
I
the
don't think
Grey
it's
Cup.
crazy, but I don't think they will be. I feel like it
Not
would
a
have had to
crazy
happen
take.
already.
Absolutely not a crazy take. Sorry.
That's a crazy take. I mean, we'll see. I'm sure people will respond to this, but
But
saying
you think
the Imagine Dragons
Nickelback
are
I'm not
is
saying they're
halftime
my
worthy, but
pick.
not?
I mean,
you know
I'm
what
kidding. Of
Yeah,
course, I would
yeah.
love.
I'm not saying they're my
Right.
pick, but
Yeah,
I think we're
halftime.
trending in an area where that's not that crazy.
I don't know. I mean, I think for like, I picture Imagine Dragons. I picture like when the NHL does entertainment for the All-Star game, they can get the Imagine Dragons.
Who? I don't know. I don't even counter. Like I just don't find it that crazy. Like they're a well-known band,
I mean, one second.
well-known group.
Let's look up the most recent halftime shows. And see.
I can tell. I know all of them.
Okay.
I can tell you them.
I don't know. I mean, I guess let's change the subject, but I think that's.
Let me just change the subject to this real quick. I guess Kim Kardashian just posted this on her Instagram story.
Oh, is it the painting?
Yes. Have you seen this? She said that Northwest painted that. This is
Maybe she
this is the biggest lie ever told.
Maybe she watched some Bob Ross.
This is the biggest. This is the second biggest lie since the first time remember when she said that Northwest posted a thirst trap of Kim on her story
Yes.
when Northwest was like 3 months old. This is the biggest lie of all time.
There's like you could tell there's defining stuff in the mountains and shit.
I mean, this is
so
a beautiful fucking painting.
It's a beautiful painting. A 7-year-old.
This is the most Ruth Conda forever I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Seems like
my
a
little
fairly
artist
large
North.
lie.
This is preposterous. And look, she signed it North with a smiley face. Like, get the fuck out of here.
There's clouds
Wait,
at the
how old
bottom
is
of the
North?
mountain.
Am I wrong?
If she
Is
did-
North like a
she's 7.
teenager?
If
She's
she
7.
did
I mean,
drop everything right now.
she's the most talented person in your family. Like,
That's unbelievable.
She's 7 years.
this is the biggest lie ever told.
Oh, by the way, one thing I wanted to ask you too. What did you think of the late night Super Bowl Sunday apology from Trevor Bauer?
So, I hate to say it, but it kind of was like a legit apology.
No, it was. It was
Like, it was
nice,
just
long
like-
10 tweets.
Well,
that was what I
Nightingale
thought.
kind of fucked him over, right?
Well, no, listen. He put fucking Mets.
Bob Nightingale.
Bob Nightingale's he's so bad I like him. I'm now Team Bob. He's so bad. Trevor Bauer and his team put Trevor Bauer Mets gear on sale.
Yes.
That you cannot do if you don't go with that team. You cannot be selling LFGM Trevor Bauer shirts, and he did some sort of like merch giveaway with an autograph, I think, and then pick the Dodgers. So I was like, you either did that on purpose, or you're running a sloppy operation, and in either way, fuck that. And he just put his hand up and said, like, I didn't know where I was gonna go. We had a bunch of different things ready to go, and one went live ahead of time, and I'm sorry for that. It actually, I love to hold a grudge. I would love to be like, fuck you, Trevor Bauer, for life, just for fun. But it was a pretty legit apology. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I just thought the timing.
and,
of it.
and he also donated to 5 different New York
Yeah, he
City charities, where it's like, so he put his money where his mouth
So-
is. I don't know why he would. That's not the type of thing I think you want to do a news dump on. I think you would want to get like credit for that almost.
Exactly. Why not do it?
Like,
this
I would do that
afternoon?
fucking right now.
Baseball
10:30
always
last
dropping
night.
shit during important times.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all right with how this whole offseason went. Mets fans who are going crazy over George Springer's going to be a Robinson Cano-esque contract. I have no problem with passing on that. It drives me crazy that we don't have a center fielder, but like patience. And Trevor Bauer, you made a good offer. He wanted to go to LA all along. What can you do?
The main thing with Bauer too, I tweeted at you the other day because people were tweeting at. I forgot people were tweeting at you about it. It's almost like people realize you can't have like 2 separate takes, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't want Trevor Bauer honestly because I think he's kind of like a Jake
like a
Arrieta guy.
fuckboy, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Not even that. Just when you're a pitcher and you're not good, and then you just randomly
All of a
become
sudden
good,
good, yeah.
you're not going to stay good. So
Right.
I didn't really want him.
Bauer's
but
always been good, but I think Bauer's always been, as an Indians fan, is
Yeah.
like watching him.
He's always
like,
been a good pitcher, but he's never
good,
been a
but
Cy Young
Never
winner.
that guy who like I thought was. Well, he did have a great year
But
last
then
year. He was very.
Then
good.
once again, he won the Cy Young, and if my team signs a Cy Young winner, I'm not
Yeah.
going to get angry over it. But
I had no problem with like bolstering. I had no problem with if George Springer was my center fielder and we bolstered the rotation with Trevor Bauer. I'd be happy with that. I'm also not like devastated that didn't happen.
no, when we got
If they
fucking
didn't get Lindor, if they did
Francisco
nothing
Lindor.
else, I would be pissed off. Or if we missed out on like, if it was like Mookie Betts and
Yeah.
that was gonna be like a life-changing type of outfielder and he went the other way. But you know.
I mean, your
3
tweet
to
was
5
perfect.
years.
We
Fucking
got-
relax, you goddamn inbreds.
we got the great player. Those
Yeah,
are 2 good players.
for sure.
Okay.
And also, a lot of people trying to diminish my boy Francisco Lindor. I think.
That's
That's
my
people
other
being
thing, too.
like,
It's like
he-
you made a great trade for a transcendent shortstop.
right. They're like,
Who's a
he's
fa-
not even like
one
the
of the
best in the
faces of
game. I'm like,
baseball.
fuck you. He's gonna have a superstar year, and doing it in New York is gonna make him like
Impossible to not like as a fan base.
absolutely.
Even
It's
Frank
like-
the Tank might fucking like him. Maybe.
He would have
No,
rather George
Frank,
Springer.
Frank is already guaranteeing that Lindor is not re-signing, and that, I mean, it's crazy.
The
Frank is
tweet,
exhausting.
the video when we traded for Lindor, the video of Frank just leans back and saying, "I would have rather George Springer." Is the funniest video I've ever
I
seen.
mean, Frank is such a colossal asshole. It's
just
unbelievable.
traded for Francisco Lindor. And
It's absolutely insane. Shout out to Frank, who went out to Detroit during the live bet showdown. Rico Bosco takes it home. So when this was first announced, I said my tactic would have been, I wouldn't place a bet. I would just hold my 10,000 and bet that everybody here at Barstool who gambles, because they suck at it, is going to lose money, and that's exactly what happened. Rico Bosco won with $7,600.
You had to bet.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have, was there like minimums and shit?
I think there was a minimum they had to bet. I forget if it was. I think they had to
all ended
wager
up down.
7.
Okay.
I don't know that for sure. I forget exactly what the rules were.
And
I
then
kinda got
Ryan
lost.
Whitney with the all-time troll of Rico.
I have 10,100 left.
Oh, what do you have left? 76. Do you have anything active?
Chiefs plus 20. Yeah, they're all lost.
Oh, he had point spread. He had an altered point spread at the half.
Bro, I'm just kidding. I got nothing left. You won.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone. No, what has he got? What has he fucking got? What has he got?
I got nothing. Hey,
He's got nothing. Nobody's got nothing. You won.
Which is just, I mean, in the end, when you end up winning, it's
Frank
fine.
Alpha Dave and used his cup holder too. Did you see that?
Yes.
And then tweeted about this morning. He goes, Dave had one on the other side.
Whitney acted like he had, over $10,000. Rico was like devastated that he came in second, and then he's like, "Bro, I'm fucking with you." Rico threw a party, so he walks away with 50. So a lot of big numbers. Billy gets 50. Rico gets 50. It was a big week. Some wins, some losses, but always drama filled here at Barstool. So, anything else?
No, and shout out to Tommy when Surviving Barstool. It's a
Yeah,
rundown
I mean, we've done that like
we covered it
enough.
Friday. Yeah.
Oh, did
We could do it
there was
again
a rundown
if
on
you
it?
guys
I think we can
we
let
did a
that
special
die.
one.
I
Enough
didn't
Surviving
know.
Barstool
We could
season
do it.
1 talk.
We could do
Sorry,
it the
Tommy.
entire week.
Season
Sorry,
2,
Tommy.
we can
Didn't
talk
know it
about
was a special Friday rundown.
All right, that's the rundown.